Hello, welcome to Pixel Paid. So guys, in today's video, we are going to create a logo. At Pixel Paid, we create everything that is graphic design related. So from logo designs, business cards, web designs, and everything, even AI here, we do everything. So welcome guys to today's video. And in today's video, we are going to create a logo from scratch. So as you can see, I don't really have an idea. I don't really have a content planning here, but I'm just going to improvise. So in today's video, I'm going to create a podcast logo. Let's say I want to make a podcast. No, I need a logo for that podcast. So this is what I'm going to do. So for you that are not familiar with this software that I'm going to use, this is Inkscape, and this is how the interface looks like. And as we are going to create more and more videos, I think you are going to become familiar with how Inkscape work and with a lot of tools, and you are not going to struggle on how to with the navigation of of different types of tools. So guys, without further ado, this, as I say, this is a quick video. It's a step-by-step tutorial. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm not going to waste any further time, so let's dive into this video. So first thing first, we have to name our podcast. So what we are going to do here is that, what is the name of our podcast? Let me just say, uh let's just say A and B, A and B podcast. Let's say A and B. I don't like the color, so I'm going to change that color to red. Okay. I don't think there's any stroke here. So A and B. And I'm going to grab the text tool again. This is a text tool, by the way. And I'm going to say podcast. So I think here we are just going to change the font. So let's hover to fonts here. Or you can just come here. It's going to bring up, this menu. So here you can just click here where it says text and font, and it's going to pop up this menu right here. So here we are just going to to look for the perfect not perfect, but for the right font that we want to use for this podcast. I think there's still some stroke here, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to come here, and I'm going to come here where it says fill and stroke. So fill and stroke, you can see I'm going to come here where it says stroke style. Once I come there, but here it says it's at 0, but as you can see, it's not purely red. There is some stroke here. So let's see what we can do. Let's click here on this color and set the stroke to red. The fill also, the fill to red. You can see there's no changes. So let's just move on to the next font until we've met, or until we've found it. Yeah, I think this one looks cool. DNP podcast. So we're just going to change this font. So let me just click cut, grab the text tool again. So we come here again. So we just say A and B. This time we say, let me say A. Let me say A and B. Then we still find the right. I want the A and B in new. I want all of these letters in block letters. So guys, just bear with me here. Okay, let me just use that one for now. A and B. So let me create my text tool. Yeah. Let me just press letter B because I want it in block letters. So that's A and B. A and B podcast. Let's change that to black. So what we are going to do here is like we want to kind of create something that looks like a mic. So we don't have that in what in a sample form. So what we are going to do is that we are going to create something that looks like just like a mic. So I'm going to grab my rectangle tool. I'm just going to play with it. I think I just need this size here, just like there. Then I'm still going to right click, and I'm going to duplicate that and change the color to light green. I kind of I want to shape this one. So I'm going to shape this one here. I think that's perfect. But I also have to duplicate that and move it duplicate this side. So I don't want to waste time. I first have to click this black one, then I press shift and click the other one. Sorry, click the object underneath, then I click this one. So I've clicked everything, then I come here where it says path, then I'm come here where it says difference. You see, just cut out that part. So I'm going to come here, move it closer again here. As you can see, it's underneath. So what you have to do here is that you're going to duplicate this. Now it's on top. Now right click, and I'm going to cut that. Now I'm just going to rotate this shape right here. Once I have rotated that shape, I kind of want to let me know let me press shift, and I'm going to come at path again, then difference. You can see it just created for us this whole shape. So here, what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to hover here at the ellipse tool. So I'm going to press it, and I'm going to drag over. Now it's going to create this circle. So I'm going to turn that color into black, and I'm going to bring it down here. As I said, you are going to create something that looks like a mic. They see it. So what I want to do here is that I want to select all of them, shift and click all of them, then path, then union. Now just turn this now into one object. Then here I'm just going to minimize it a bit. Let's just move it somewhere here. Let's just place it well. Let me just say A and B podcast. So that's just the A and B podcast. I don't think it looks good. So what we have to, so what we are going to do is that let's change the color and see. Let's change the color to red. Let's change the color to black again. Back to black. As you can, as I've told you in this video, I'm just improvising those. This is not how I would do it if I was doing this for a client, because they will give me, like specific instructions, or they give me, some details on how to get the logo done. At least they will give me an idea of how to get something done. So if I was doing this for a client, or if I was saving a picture that I was just like uh copying here, not like, yeah, if I was saving like an image in front of me that I wanted to replicate using Inkscape, I would perfectly do that. But this is a different scenario, because this one is just out of my brain. I'm not really that good at at improvising, because yeah. So okay, so what we are going to do is I think this is a perfect one. Then we just have to position the A and B here, somewhere here. And from there we kind of we want to make it look good. So what we have to do is that we are going to come here, grab our rectangle tool, and do this. Then I will change the color to any color that I want. I can change it to light blue, then bring it. Then I'm going to come here where it says lower to bottom. Once I press it, everything goes underneath. I can change this in any color I want, light blue, whatsoever. So I want to put a stroke, like a black line at the edge, or the in the outer layer of this object. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click here, black, set stroke, and I'm going to come here, you know I'm going to come here where it says stroke style. Then I'm going to press this plus button at 900. You see, that's it. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to play with those objects inside. As you can see, we have just created this. So what I'm going to do here is that if I want to save this, I can I can just mark everything here, then right click. Then I'm going to come here where it says group. Once I've grouped this, and I also want, as a graphic designer, you have to to use some geometrics. So what I'm going to do is that you kind of want things to look professional. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put this at the center. Like mathematically, I want to put this at the center of the page. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click here again. So I'm going to come here where it says align and distribute. Once I press there, it's going to bring me here. So here, which says relative to, if I press here, it's last selected, first selected, biggest object, smallest object. But for in today's video, for this particular video, we are going to use the page. So I want it to be aligned on the page. So I'm going to come here, which says center on vertical axis. It says center on vertical axis. I'm going to press there. You see the movement. Then I'm going to come down there, which says center on horizontal axis. Now once I press there, it is just moved up. So meaning it's now geometrically centered at the page. So that on our page. So what you are going to do is that even if I move it, you can see here. So guys, thank you for watching today's video, and I hope you guys can like this video, and I'm going to create more of these videos. So guys, as a graphic designer, as a logo designer, or a logo enthusiast, or someone who wants to create logos like this, guys, you always start at simple logos. It's a process. No one started as a professional. We were all amateurs at the time. So guys, this is just something that I'm telling you. This is just my, like, frankly speaking, you just have to start at logos like this, simple logos. You can create your small projects and whatsoever, and eventually, as you start gaining knowledge, that's when you start now, you know, to build, professional logos based on your knowledge or based on the experience. So if you are a starter, if you are a starter, I'm just urging you to at least start here. So guys, thank you for watching into today's video, and see you in the next one. And guys, don't forget to like this video if it was helpful for you. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. So guys, so one last thing is that if you want to save this video, you come here where it says file, then you come here where it says save as. So here you have to name it. Let me just say here, podcast sample. Let me just say podcast sample. Then you come here where it says save as type. It's an Inkscape SVG. That now scalable vector graphics, I think. Here you can even save it here in PDF. There's a lot of there's a lot of options here. But for me, I like saving in either SVG or PDF. If I press PDF there, from there I can just press, you can now choose any, like, you can choose where you want to save it, and then from there you just press save, and then everything there, then everything will be saved. So guys,